Tina Charles announces her retirement from basketball after 15 years of professional play. She leaves the W better than she found it, breaking and setting records in rebounds and points that will be chased for years. A legend that gave the league a spine and integrity throughout her career, while defining the way a generation of centers would play the game. Tina Charles was one of the most dominant interior players the WNBA has ever seen. A walking 20 and 10. The 6'4" center who operated with the patience of a chess master. She wasn't flashy, wasn't loud, and didn't really seek the spotlight. 20 points and 10 rebounds is wild when you think about it, and she did it while being the most defended player on the floor. Almost every night, teams built entire game plans around stopping her, and she still got what was hers. Watching some of her old highlights in the paint, there's no wasted movement. She gets to her spot early, seals her defender, backed by every box out she's ever handed out. And when the ball did get into her, it was already over. Drop step, jump hook, quick bucket. Or you could even get the pump fake, getting the defender to fly by for an easy layup. Some of the best players don't really need to be flashy. They just need to be unstoppable. And Tina Charles mastered the unstoppable parts, the parts you scouted for. Her basketball story officially begins in high school at King the Christ, where she was the leading scorer on a team that won 57 consecutive games, leading to her #1 ranking on a national level. She also gives a lot of credit around this time to the New York Gazelles, the AAU team she played on around this time. But her senior year, she averaged 26.5 points, almost 15 rebounds, and 5 blocks per game. She was named WBC Player of the Year, Miss Basketball, and selected as a McDonald's All-American. Her fundamentals and dominance on display very early, and with that amount of attention, she would be recruited to one of the top basketball programs in the country. Tina Charles arrives at UConn ready to dominate the paint, and she was pretty much perfectly paired with a legendary guard in Maya Moore. Across 4 seasons at UConn, she evolved from a promising young post player into the most dominant interior force in the country, anchoring Coach Arima's system with her rebounding, rim protection, and efficient scoring. By her junior and senior years, she wasn't just a star, she was the engine of their undefeated powerhouse. Those final 2 seasons at UConn cemented her legacy, leading them to back-to-back undefeated national championships in 2009 and 2010. Completing her senior year, she swept every major national award, the Wooden, Naismith, AP Player of the Year, becoming the undisputed best player in the country. By the time she left UConn, she had rewritten the record books and redefined what dominance looked like at the college level. It was her combination of size, touch, and footwork added to her relentlessness that made her perfect for the WNBA. And the league knew it too. She was selected first overall in the 2010 WNBA draft by the Connecticut Sun. Championship pedigree, now a hometown hero playing professionally in Connecticut. And she would immediately perform, grabbing 22 double-doubles as a rookie, which means she was already setting league records in rebounds, 398 during her rookie year. That's grabbing a rebound every other time it comes off the glass. That's outworking veterans who have been boxing out since she graduated high school, literally proving she wanted it more than everyone else on every possession, which fully solidified a unanimous Rookie of the Year vote. That's how you prove you're ready for the pros. Barely a year in, already making a name for herself. This 22-year-old, fresh out of college, boxing out Taj McWilliams Franklin, Sylvia Fowles, and Candace Parker, and winning that battle almost every time. Now, by her second season, the league had a year to study her game, figure out how to slow her down. But she answered those study sessions by averaging just under 18 points and 10 rebounds a game. Coach Arima helped her perfect those fundamentals at UConn, but the W would teach her how to use her body. While college did rely on her skills, she was met in the pros with everybody being skilled. She learned to use her frame to create that extra space, anticipate where the misses would go, fight for the right position before the ball even hit the rim. So yeah, it's impressive stats, but it's a masterclass on how she adjusted her game to this professional level pretty much immediately. And by her 3rd season, she made sure it was unquestionable. She won MVP on 18 points per game, 10 rebounds per game. She wasn't just scoring, she was super efficient. She was getting them on both ends of the floor, still grabbing headlines with 20 and 20 games, showing that she was going to get better, continue getting smarter, continue perfecting her footwork, getting better at reads. The game was slowing down for her, and now the league knew her name. So when you have this type of resume, it feels almost disrespectful to say this was the peak of her career. We're talking about a gold medalist, an 8-time All-Star, a resume worthy of a top 25 slot for the WNBA's 25th anniversary. Her MVP year, she was averaging 10.5 rebounds and 18 18 points per game. She followed this with a 10 and 18 year and then a 9 and 17, just hovering around these numbers for the rest of her career. The type of consistency that fans take for granted. You expect it without realizing it and somehow miss how special it really is. She would spend 4 more seasons with the Sun after her MVP year. 4 more years of excellence, all-star selections, double-doubles, and playoff runs, but no championship. And in basketball, individual dominance without a ring is readily dismissed. It was a double-edged sword. She was at the top, but somehow plateaued. And while it's still impressive on paper, she wasn't growing, and the team was no closer to a championship. Now, it's imperative to a league to have a player like this, a solid stat stuffer that gives the fans a reason to stay, but it stops making headlines. And in Tina's case, you become more of an asset to a team than a player to build your franchise around. The Connecticut Sun traded Tina Charles to the New York Liberty. The move would set Charles up for success. She won her first scoring title when she was a part of the Liberty, winning the scoring title in 2016. She was on that roster with Swin Cash, Shavonte Zealous, and Lindsey Harding, absolutely eating in the paint. And that time on the Liberty would be the closest she got to a chip, making it to the conference finals. But it just wasn't enough. And with as great as Tina Charles was, New York wanted to cash in a 3-team trade. Now on her 3rd team with the Washington Mystics and officially a vet, Tina Charles is now mentoring the new and upcoming centers in the league, showing them how to be professionals and giving back to the game, showing she's still the standard at that position, winning her 2nd scoring title with 23.4 points per game, while also giving them 9.6 rebounds. But she would only spend a year with the Mystics, with her time there ending in a contract buyout. The next year, she would sign with the Phoenix Mercury, playing alongside Diana Taurasi, averaging 17 points at this time of her career. While age 33 would slow down most, she was still an active part of the team she played on. She entered free agency after she played for the Mercury, signing with the Seattle Storm for 1 season, averaging 14 points for them. Still producing, still professional, still showing the young players what excellence looked like. After the Storm, she'd play a year for the Atlanta Dream and then return to the team that drafted her in the Connecticut Sun, playing her last official season in the W, though as fans, we wouldn't know it at the time. 15 years of professional basketball turned her into a Swiss Army knife. She didn't get a farewell tour, but boy did she deserve one. She retires from the W, 1st in career rebounds with 4,262, 2nd in all-time points, and 1st in all-time field goals made, a 4-time rebounding champion, and a double-doubles record setter. She left the league better than she found it and successfully helped usher in the next generation of players. A handful of what-ifs could have led to different successes in her career, but she's still walking away with a Hall of Fame resume.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, players.